Yes.
Tell me
Octo.
about MMORPGs. We were just talking about it in between segments.
I was saying that I have an issue with them right now because I feel like that homogenization that we were talking about last episode is what's happening there. Like everyone's afraid that their MMOs is going to become really generic because it's really easy to do that because everyone looks at it and say, "Wow!" Again, everyone's constantly comparing it to WoW. That is the one to look to and be like, okay, they did it right. What can we do to be also successful? The problem is like they take it and they just clone WoW and make it their own game. So, for example, like WoW and Final Fantasy 14 and let's see, Ion maybe, and like some other Korean MMOs like that, right? They all come down to so many things. Like Final Fantasy 14 and WoW are particularly bad culprits, in my opinion. This is my opinion about this, in that everything is scripted, like strictly. So it's like you go into a dungeon, you go through the dungeon, you fight the boss, and the boss does the same thing every time. And you can avoid every one of his attacks by watching the floor. And if the floor is glowing, step out of that part of the floor, and then you won't get hit by it.
And that's every boss, or just this
That's
one
every boss.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Have you played 14? Or is this just what you hear?
This is what I've seen and what I've heard from people, and what I've seen, and what people who've played those games have told me about the game. Like players of the game are saying, yeah, like the way you play the game is you watch the floor. If there's an attack coming, it'll show up on the floor, and it'll tell you where the area of effect it's gonna have.
Yeah.
So just walk out of that part of the map, and you'll dodge it. Now here's the problem for me is that what do I
push the statue around?
Oh. So problem for me is like once you know like the pattern to a boss, you just do the same thing every time, and then you'll win every time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's really not really conducive to really interesting combat.
Isn't that kind of? I mean, I don't play MMOs, so I wouldn't know. But isn't that very much like what MMOs almost kind of are? They're grinding out raid bosses and doing the same thing to get different equipment, right?
Yeah, but there's no like random elements. So you're looking at the sort of I don't know what you call it. I guess Mario Kart, Smash Brothers-esque element where it's like, okay, we're gonna go in here and we're gonna go in with the exact same setup, and we're gonna do the exact same thing, and it's gonna work out the exact same way. And that's to give you the flip side example, right? In Final Fantasy 11, there's a preset number of attacks and skills that a monster or a boss can know, but it's chosen randomly. So every time you go in and you go, okay, we're gonna go in with the setup, but sometimes you might not see the really bad move until this third time you fight him, and you go, what was that? What? And there's that feeling of like, what? Like I didn't know we could do that. It's like, right? And then there's this whole element of, okay, we can't just go in here and just destroy him every time because otherwise that would be boring.
Okay, but wouldn't you say that's not necessarily poorly designed?
No, it's not. It's a way to design, but it's not the way that I think that games should be designed necessarily. But some fights should be scripted, but other fights it needs to be a little more.
I agree with you there, but with scripted fights, shouldn't you put it on the player if they're doing it over and over to try something different?
Well,
this is
dominant strategy.
This is my mentality.
Why would you do anything different?
This is my mentality because I don't use dominant strategy.
Well, I don't like to do that. I prefer not to do that either, but
I find it like if you want to cheese out the boss, you do dominant strategy.
Oh yeah, I mean, but I prefer not to. And you might are the same way in that regard. Stop! We dead!
Man, wouldn't it be way easier if you could hold and then choose your target to lock on without targeting?
Why would that be easier?
Could you just shoot that guy with a bow?
I don't think it would really hurt him that much.
I think you could, but it's yeah. I don't
well,
think
actually,
it's effective.
maybe I could. Whenever you shoot him, if it stuns him or something. Let me see. I want to see.
I think it's just gonna do damage.
Really? I want to see. Hang on.
Yeah, but...
Let's just see.
It does damage.
Alright. Just for a bit, though.
See, wouldn't one of the limitations for like a massively multiplayer online game just be like you can't exactly put too much variance into a lot of them because that would just be too much information to be processed online.
Well, the issue is that developers are human and they only have so much time to spend, right, to design monsters and bosses and stuff.
Yeah, but I get what he's saying. Like, in an MMO, it's so massive that it's crippled because it's so massive. Because it's so massive, things need to be not necessarily streamlined. You have rats on you right now. Spin around. You have invisible rats. Turn into a wolf. You can see them with your sense. Hold B and do that attack. There we go.
Snap. All right.
But because they're so massive, the devs need to make everything accessible.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
For sure.
And that at least at launch. That can
there has to be a
change.
certain degree of like you unlock things after you've gotten really good at the game or whatever, But yeah.
But like, I don't know. I don't play MMOs, so like when I think MMO bosses, I think,
All I'm saying is that I think it's silly that every boss comes down to that, and like if there's some bosses that are like that are like, okay, watch the floor for things. That's cool, but not every boss should come down to the same tactics. That's the problem. And the problem is that you go, oh man, new MMO's coming out, and then you look at it, it's like, oh, it's the same MMO that we already have.
But what I don't get is MMOs kind of have the deal where you don't say, you want to transform into a human.
And use the claw shot.
No, you want to push the cage and use it like a bridge.
Oh, okay.
The way MMOs are built, I would assume that you wouldn't be like, oh, there's a new MMO. You'd be like, oh, cool, there's a new MMO. I'm not going to play it, though, because I'm invested in this one.
But if it's... Well, and that can be true for some. But, I mean, like, if it's a game that draws your attention, people just want the thing, some interesting things going on. But the problem is that...
if it draws your attention, though, it's most likely the art style,
I'm personally not a big fan of MMOs. Or even a lot of role-playing games, just because a lot of them are so huge that you have to put so much time into it. Well, I usually get bored. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, okay, that's fair.
Whereas,
not every game is made for everybody, So, yeah.
And and just to be like, for instance, Final Fantasy games. I know a lot of people really like them, but I completed Final Fantasy IX.
Yes.
And then after that, I tried Final Fantasy VIII, tried Final Fantasy VII, and to me, it was just more of the same. It just wasn't. It didn't. I mean, yeah, I get it that maybe there's a more for the story you have. But for me, I like the story as well as. Gameplay as well as story, and.
Yeah, I mean,
if it's something that is that long.
Maybe go back around, eh?
No. If you jump down, what that gate was the gate that was blocking you earlier. So now you can come back up. So what you want to do is you want to go down, come back up, pull the thing.
Go down here?
Yeah, jump down.
Die.
No, if you jump down there, and then you want to go to onto the platform. Even if you die, it's not a big deal because it's going to spawn you back at the door.
Right. Okay.
You want to pull the chain, and
jump closer to it.
When the chandelier, I guess, comes down and you're in the middle,
jump to the other side. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to climb up.
Oh, I'm over here now.
But
what's in that gap? Just there.
It's that's the quick way down to the front of the temple.
I couldn't get past.
Yeah.
Before. Yeah. So that's my issue, and the issue, that's the main issue for me because the most important thing to me is combat. In an RPG, that's why I play RPGs for. I play it for story. I care about story a lot sometimes. If I care about the world that it's built, but
well, that's why you want to climb on top of the chandelier. It's the only way you get enough height.
There.
What I'm wondering is why this is even a thing in the MMO culture, because it's like, if you play an MMO, the way they're built, at least the ones that are successful, aren't built for combat necessarily. They're built for, you set a strategy with a hotbar, and then it kind of does it for you.
That's the problem, though.
Yeah, but
it shouldn't do it for you.
But
Every MMO does it for you.
What I'm saying then is, if you're looking at the MMO genre and you're like, oh well, the combat isn't what I want, then don't look for an MMO. Look for a different game.
Yeah, but okay. For me, there are things that I do like about MMOs that I think more games should incorporate. That's why I'm a huge fan of DLC. I love DLC, except when it's dumb Activision, EA, Ubisoft Day 1 DLC. Okay? So,
Day 1 DLC is fine if it's free.
Well, fine, but at that point it's not really DLC.
Yeah, it's like, we didn't get to put this in.
We forgot about it or whatever, right? Even though DLC stands for downloadable content, I realize that, but yeah. So, whoop.
Blow him up with a bomb.
Yeah, right. I forgot about that.
That's a thing since Wind Waker, right?
Yeah.
But
so for me, why did I start playing MMO? Because I wanted a game that was really long. That I didn't want. That I wanted to not take a week to finish and then it was over. I wanted a game that was intentionally long. I wanted a game that would be constantly updated with content. I wanted a game that was really big, that had a good storyline and lots of depth in the lore of the world.
Before you leave, grab that treasure chest in the room.
I didn't see.
Look on your map. It's right there. I don't know what it is. Probably just roops.
Right.
But you never know. It might just be a key, or bombs. Whatever.
What else? I wanted a game that was a very dynamic combat system. Where I could build a bunch of different builds and sets, and I can mix and match them really nicely, and it wasn't like again, not bashing fans of it, but it wasn't like Diablo 3 where it's like, oh, you're I can't remember the class names. I'm sorry.
Warrior.
You're a warrior. You gear for strength, and that's it. You find this piece of gear. Oh, cool. What is it? It's strength plus 8. Okay, cool. But I have strength plus 9 right now, so it's virtually useless. And it's like, okay, here's this piece of gear. What's on it? Strength plus 10. Like, it's just the same linear.
Yeah.
There's no dynamics in the gear. You know what I'm saying? So
well, here's the thing you have to ask too, is in a game that you're looking for, are you necessarily looking for the best weapon that you could have, or are you more looking for interesting weapons?
I'm looking for situational gear.
Situational gear.
It's like, oh, you're fighting a bunch of skeletons. You should get the skull crusher. It does lots of damage to skeletons.
See, I've never really been a big fan of. I mean, the one thing that.
What do I do here?
Light all the ones. One of them's right. I don't know which one it is. But make sure you don't lose all your what's it called? Oil.
Okay.
Because then we'll have to run back to the front of the temple, get more oil.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Philku.
For instance, Zelda is particularly, I don't know, some people would probably say notorious for it. In that each boss, as it were, has a specific weapon.
Wolf. You want to turn into a wolf here.
Right.
To me, like, sometimes it was, I get it's part of the charm of the games, but sometimes it was highly frustrating, the fact that there'd be a bad guy where, reality, a bomb would kill him just as easily as say, the big hammer smiting.
Right.
Yet, in this one, you throw bombs at them and it does nothing. Like, that's one thing that tends to... I don't know, I've never been a big fan of the, you need specific weapons for specific jobs, because...
Well, I see these. You don't need the key point. I think for me is like it's nice to not have to need them, but be advantageous to be using them is nice.
For instance, you like, you know, this guy might take more magic damage, but you can always beat him to death.
Yeah.
Sort of deal.
Hey, there's a guy who's like heavily armored, so if you beat him with a club, it does more damage.
Yeah, but push comes to shove, you could beat him to death with your
a sword. Yeah, that's kind of I like that, and every monster has this unique quality to it, right?
This is why I don't understand why you don't like Dark Souls. I don't understand. Did you collect the soul?
Yeah, I think I did.
Did you get the new scent?
I didn't realize I needed a new one.
Yeah, every new Poe gives you a new scent. You have to go into your sense mode to get it, I think. Stand still on it? Maybe not. Whatever.
Maybe you're wrong. Okay, so yeah. So
there was still a stream of scent in here, I think.
Yeah. Not sure. I saw it purple. Yeah.
It was on him.
It was on him, but I'll just go through it. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so those are the reasons why I started playing MMO in the first place. Now the problem is like I'm seeing. Wait a minute. This is the way it came out. Is there another way in there?
Yeah.
To
your left.
To your left. Yeah. Okay. So that's the reason why I started playing, and it's like it's a shame to see that all these MMOs are just like, hey, that guy made a lot of money. We should just do that, but more again. And it's like, well, how about you be creative and like, you know, give me a combat system that's a little more dynamic. You know, I can actually do things. Speaking of doing things, where do I go from here?
Jump down into there. Yeah. And I believe you want to go back to your right, and go human. I believe you want to go back into the main room.
To the right?
That was your left. So you want to go, in there. And don't jump into the whirlpool though.
But you wanted me to go that way.
Yeah.
Now what do I do?
Well, you can just jump off. Just jump off to the side. You want to get back to the front.
I can't break these cuffs.
No, and then just go. Go. You can do it. I believe in you.
I can't. Oh, yes!
Right. Well, while we're here, go refill your lantern. But you have to go into the main room.
You said while we're here.
Well, yeah, but I thought you were opening the door already. Open the door. Go back to the main room.
All right, fine. Oh,
there you go. Look, there's one of 4. Man, that's the forest temple. There we go. Not shadow nor spirit.
Nor of those things. All right.
So you want to go to your right. Like, I think this is where the oil is. Hopefully you don't have to go.
You know
too
what
far
help?
back.
Giving me directions based on cardinal directions.
Yeah.
Like north, south, east, west.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of.
You don't go left, right?
No.
Okay.
Because it's easy to get turned around, right? Especially when in a game like this where you can just do this.
Yeah. Fill up your oil right there. And make sure to fill a bottle too, because you can.
I have the bottle filled already.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, dip your lantern in. Yeah. Might as well fill it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically my. No.
So as soon as you go through the door, it'll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my thing about that. And when it comes to stuff like Destiny and things like that, well, that's a sort of separate issue.
Well, yeah. Well, even with Destiny, bosses are bullet sponges.
Yeah.
There's no specific. Some of them have like, you know, there's like you have to kill everyone before you can attack this guy, and then you do damage. But at the end of the day, he's a bullet sponge.
Yeah. See, that's a problem to me. Okay, give me an example. Okay, again, dating myself. Is this where I have to go?
I think so.
Oh, there's treasure over there.
I don't remember.
Treasure!
Get it! Wonder what it's gonna be.
It's a
big chest.
there.
Is it gonna be a key? Oh. Happy accident.
Then there's another one on the other side of the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, it's in the. Oh, but.
You just roll and jump off the thing.
Okay.
You should be able to make it. You should.
No, I can't. There's no way.
You're
How
fine.
did you make it the other time?
There were
Oh!
there were little pieces of stone that sank.
Okay.
Can you claw shot something?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could claw shot to get there.
No, I guess I'm okay then. No.
Yeah, on the left side or the west side. If you don't do what?
Oh, you know what? You know what I could do?
What?
Touch one, and potentially avoid the other one. So I can make it.
And it didn't work.
I got hit. I got hit. It's okay. I got hit. It's fine. It's fine. I got hit. Ah!
We're gonna have another heart if this is a heart piece. I seriously don't understand how you weren't all about Dark Souls, man. Oh, wow, that's really useful.
I was dumb. I didn't see it. Okay, this time.
Okay, so yeah, you do want to go west.
West. Okay. So no,
and then once you're in there,
I
west.
saw like after playing it, I saw
or north.
the benefits. Not the benefits. I saw the positives to it, right?
Yeah.
It was still a little bit too hard for me, and it was more skill based than I prefer it to be. Though I'm not against skill based games, mind you.
Become a wolf here and just see if there's anything
Okay.
with senses. Just get a lay of the land.
Oh,
Because I think there'll be senses leading down there. Yeah.
Yep.
So we have to figure out how to open that.
okay.
Oh,
we just push the thing. Push
no,
the-
because we can't claw shot that thing. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Bomb
Yeah.
might do it.
Okay, maybe. Whoops.
I'm just spitballing. I don't
Do
know why that
anything?
would do anything, but okay. We'll figure something out. Let's keep
Bomb
going.
it. If in doubt, bomb it out.
Bomb?
I don't see why not.
All right.
Might do
I don't think
nothing.
I don't think it'll work, but we could
Oh,
try.
maybe not, but it's always fun dropping a bomb.
The only other thing I think about would be throw the Gale boomerang at the fire. See if you can put it out.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's really creative. You guys are thinking. outside
I
the box
really
here.
don't remember the Arbiter's Grounds very well.
Well, unless you need to go further on somewhere.
Yeah, unless we need to go further and
Maybe.
do something.
All right. Well. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, like, no, I did like Dark Souls in a different way. Just like I felt like I was getting frustrated because I just couldn't do some of the stuff, and I.
But I mean,
Again, it's like the whole chess versus poker thing, you know.
but it can be a chess match. It can be.
Can be. That's why after playing it, I went from Dark Souls to okay, all right, like Dark Souls. I mean, I get it. You know, I get it now. Die.
Because my whole thing is you said you wanted a game that it won't last you a week. You wanted a game where the combat system is in depth. You want one where you can make multiple builds.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh wow, this is just Dark Souls.
Yeah.
You're saying this is what you're doing.
Yeah.
You have multiple builds. You can respec.
Wait, I'm
and
back
have
here
multiple.
now. Where do I go?
I think you want to keep going.
Through here again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just keep going. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
But it just really seems like
No, don't you dig on those spots? With the scent? Didn't you dig on the last
no,
one?
because it was brick.
But you dug on the last one still.
I dug
Yeah,
in
but
one
we
of
dug
them.
sand away from it.
Oh.
There might be one in the main chamber, but I don't know. Let's just kind of make a round, and we'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure you can backflip over the railings, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Yeah, no. So stuff like Destiny, for example, right? It's like I don't understand that when it's like oh, bullet sponges, right? It's like well, that's the problem is that there's no why things can have a lot of HP, but they have to have a reason to have that much
Yeah,
HP.
not just be like the artificial.
You're not
artificial difficulty of, oh man, I have to shoot him a lot, therefore he's hard.
Yeah, the fight isn't hard because he has got lots of HP. It's like because I've already been in here.
Yeah, go south
So,
of where you were looking. So
instead of where I was looking, where was I looking?
west on the map.
West. Okay.
That's not west
That's
on the
east.
map. That's east.
We said you did better at cardinal points.
I got confused
Okay, so do you want me to say it from the map or from the way you're
from
looking?
the map.
Okay, from the map. All right. You can just run by these guys. You don't have to fight them.
No, I'm
Yeah,
getting pots.
it's Link. You gotta get the pot.
Just throw a
Look at them
bomb
all.
at them. Just-
Oh,
Oh
can't
man,
see.
I cannot believe you backflipped into quicksand.
Oh.
You what a sight!
Thus, Link was defeated without
And
a
thus,
single
By
blow being
18
struck.
toddler skeletons with spears.
Oh, but wait, that means a whole other timeline was created where Link is actually buried in sand. He becomes a Sandman from Spider-Man.
That'd
Anyway.
be really interesting because Link can't talk. So I mean, he would just be the worst villain. Just wouldn't talk.
We've
to you.
already been through this part of the dungeon.
Oh,
How can
Okay.
you do an evil
Well
monologue?
then go. That's a good point.
How would you monologue if you can't even speak?
Well, he thinks, right?
Yeah, but you can't monologue just in thought.
And you can't if you have telekinetic powers. Like,
Yeah,
you're like,
no. But if you're a bad guy, you have to monologue. That is why you know Link will never be evil, because he cannot physically monologue.
oh, I see. Well, I'm back here now.
Try going straight across.
Well, we've been straight across. All right,
Oh.
so go down, just drop all the way down. See if there is at any point. Go be a wolf. Yeah, be a wolf. See where the sensor are taking you. See if there's any like.
Went down there already.
Okay, so is there another one like that on the other side of the room, where you could dig and get like a handle?
I don't
No.
see anything. I'm stuck.
Okay. You know what? I'm breaking the rule now.
Again?
I'm breaking the rule now. Have we finished all the topics for this episode?
For now, yeah.
For now?
Yeah.
All right. Next time, we're going to figure out where... Or in between, we're going to figure out where we go, and we'll come back knowing what to do. See you guys next time.